I want to see the other side of it.
True.
Further and further advanced with Transformers and
sure
things.
About that?
What? That it's not
getting more advanced?
Well, things I would expect. I would have liked some other things besides, let's say, the hammer, for instance. But since they mentioned they had some extra play in there, so they did it. I like that. Honestly, I am surprised Steeljaw did so well. I don't know. I do want to see what the Prime looks like, just for it being Prime, but it wouldn't be the first Prime that I've skipped on. Okay. I'm stunned. I saw this. The best thing about this Legacy Dinosaur set are these swords that are limited to China.
Okay. I am just very confused at what they want to make. You got the
Welcome back, BVC fans. I'm Bobby the Bot.
And I'm James the Con.
And we're back with another round of exciting news. It was a lot of stuff done this week. But before we get into that, let's give a shout out to our official sponsor, The Chosen Prime, where you can put all these pre-orders in or go purchase stuff that you've been missing or just reach out to them because they're good people. Also want to give a shout out to our members. Really appreciate you keeping this boat afloat, as well as our subscribers. If it wasn't for you, we would not be doing this channel. So with that, let's go ahead and hop into the news. I'm excited.
Yeah. So the first thing we got, before we get into the meat and potatoes, we got a few things to talk about. So be prepared. We were going to try to go through this quick. The first thing is, if you want to still go see the Transformers, I think it's the first 4 episodes, Fandango has a discount code for Transformers BOGO to get a ticket for free if you go. So I think I might be going. I have to check the times and see if my dad's available. But at that price, might as well.
I'm going tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm bringing the family, and I think I bought my tickets off of Fandango, so I think they need to give me some money back.
Go ahead and try to do that. But while Bobby contacts Fandango, let's look at some leaks. We actually have some leaks. It feels like forever since we looked at any leaks. First, the only one is the Legacy Star Raiders Leader Class Thundertron with Calcitron and Night Strike. What are your thoughts on this?
I have no idea who Calcitron is.
It's one of the Rock Lords.
I know the Rock Lord.
I think they made it up, just like they made it for them.
Calcium. Night Strike, don't have a connection with as well.
I think that's a new character.
Okay. Well, my thought is, I haven't opened my Thundertron that I already have, and I might return that and get this set.
Yeah. I mean, if you really want a Thundertron, might as well. It looks exactly the same, which is very disappointing. I was expecting some sort of repaint, and there might be. There might be little, the blue might be a different shade. I can't tell. Yeah. But yeah, this set's very mid. I do like the bat, mainly because the cassette mode has a skull on the back of it, and that is awesome. So I might look for that on, eBay after this set comes out for like $10, because that's probably the one people don't want. This set, and if it's expensive, I just won't get it. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
surprised you want it, especially since he has like the bat's like his little parrot, and he has a peg leg. And that must be his first mate, Calcitron.
It's still in the box for obvious reasons, because I didn't plan on keeping, or didn't know if I was going to keep it or not. I don't know. I have to see how much this set is worth, or how much this set costs, rather, and then
Leader Class, $55.99.
I'll have to see if there's any sales going on.
I still don't get why they didn't repaint Thundertron. They have a Nemesis deco they could have done. It's crazy to me that they just released the same figure with some extras. It doesn't make any sense, but saving me some money, that's for sure.
Like you said, maybe the blue is a little bit different, or the yellow, or the gold, rather. I don't know. I don't have.
I mean, that wouldn't have been enough for me to pick it up, but Bobby will let us know when he has both of them in hand.
No, that's not happening.
All right, let's look at just announced, and before we get into what was shown off at PulseCon, let's look at a few non-figure stuff. So the first thing, Earthspark Season 2 trailer, the teaser, I guess, not a trailer, came out. Did you watch it?
No.
I did, and I guess they're looking for shattered Emberstone fragments.
Okay.
I am not a fan of Earthspark. I don't really like this animation style, but I can see why this would be appealing to kids.
Yeah, I didn't get past the last 2, maybe 3 episodes, and honestly, my daughter hasn't asked to watch them anymore, so I think she's moved on.
And it's really weird that this is coming out so late. I feel like the next season's like the next year. I feel like it's been 2 or 3 years since. Maybe it's something with the writer's strike. I don't know.
Yeah, there was the writer's strike.
So maybe that's why. Next, they showed off who was playable in the Reactivate game. I think this is a fan-made thing. This is via TFR News, and it looks like a good slew of characters. But this is going to be some sort of team deathmatch or something like that, and I'm totally not interested. So hopefully the toys are good.
Yeah, so far I'm in for the Power Glide.
Honestly, I like a lot of these designs. I would have even picked up the ones that they already came. What was it? Optimus and Soundwave, and Starscream and Bumblebee. If they released those as individual figures without the weird black stuff, I probably would pick them up. I want that Slipstream. It looks much better than a Slipstream we're going to be talking about later on in this video. So let's keep it going. And Zombie.io, I don't think this is an official Transformers thing, so maybe this should have been in our third-party section. But they're having skins based off of Transformers. And that Bumblebee is so adorable. It looks way better than the movie versions, but, you know, it's a different stuff.
I don't have an opinion either way. I just find it funny how Transformers just starts crossing over into different realms, and then it's just like, it seems like, I don't want to say it seems like Transformers is dead, because that's not the case, but it's like Transformers will get quiet for a little bit. Like, if you're not in the fandom, you know, the Rise of the Beast movie was like the whole wave. You saw Transformers everywhere, and now it's kind of like dying down a little bit. And then Earthspark comes, now you're seeing it in games, you're seeing Transformers 1, so it's just exciting to see it, you know, revive all of a sudden.
Yep, if you call it that way. Next is the Transformers Archive Super Encyclopedia. This thing's awesome. I've always liked these encyclopedias from Japan. I think they look great. I'm not going to be picking it up because they put Bumblebee on the cover, but I'm just joking. I wouldn't pick it up anyways. But I love these kind of like evolution things that we always see in these magazines. This is really cool.
I like it as well. I won't pick it up because I can't translate it.
Yeah, no, makes sense. Well, let's get into the PulseCon reveals now.
Uh-oh.
First one is Steeljaw. What do you think of this little dude?
I'm getting it, but I don't like it. It looks the legs look very weird and very cheap, and the head coming together, you know, which is fine, but the face looks really cheap. I'm not excited about it.
Yeah,
they've done better with the other tapes.
Yes, I heard the same thing, and when I saw this, I think we were texting, and I said it looks like a dollar store toy, and then I saw a post for a McDonald's toy, and I'm like, McDonald's toy is more accurate. It's the legs. The legs are so cheap, I guess. They look like something that was made in like 1999. Yeah, maybe even earlier. You know, really they look not great. I do like how the guns on the side are separate from the wings. I think that's a kind of cool little gimmick. The head looks fine to me. I don't have any issues with that. But that tape mode is atrocious.
I want to see the other side of it.
True. I'm assuming this is the front because there's the two wheels or the spin. I don't know what those are called.
Yeah.
On the tape. Where you wind it up on the front. So, but maybe if the other side looks good, whoever decided to take the picture like this needs to have a stern talking to.
Well, and honestly, I think it is, because if you look at the version, the lion, it has it on the side and has the Autobot sign. So I'm assuming the other side would be.
You're correct, but then the little wind up things will be in the wrong spot. They would be right there. Like,
maybe it folds up. Maybe it folds up. I don't know. I'm hoping that, because I agree with you that this way it looks terrible.
Yeah. So we'll see. I know Bobby's going to get it no matter what. So when he gets it, he'll be showing it off.
I am getting it.
Yeah. Next, we've got 86 Bumblebee, Deluxe Bumblebee. And they called it like A line or something. I did watch the
Pulse.
The Pulse thing afterwards on double speed, and I cut out everything that wasn't figures. This doesn't look horrible. I just really don't like how high the feet come up. Like, the back of the feet are so high, and I'm just not a big fan of Bumblebee. Everybody knows that. And it doesn't look like a bug, which they probably didn't have the license. I get it. I also don't like how the alt mode has 2 Autobot symbols. I don't know how they could have gotten away with the one on the chest going away. But, yeah. This would not be my definitive Bumblebee in my collection.
When I first saw this, when they first showed it, I didn't like the alt mode, and then I saw it from a different angle, and it's a penny racer, and I was just like, it looks better in this angle. They also talked about how they're able to get rid of the sticker on the leg, and I thought that was really cool, and I'm curious how they're gonna do the transformation.
Well, you can see where it is right there. It just folds into the leg.
Right. Yeah. I mean the whole transformation.
Okay.
You know, they talked about it's not parts forming, and
they did.
You know, all things that I want to see as we start getting further and further advanced with Transformers and
sure
things.
About that?
What? That it's not
getting more advanced?
Well, things I would expect to see, excuse me, as we're getting more advanced with Transformer toys. I'm okay with it, and yes, I'll be picking this up as well.
I wouldn't even pick this up if they made it into Bug Bite. I like the Bug Bite I have. This would be redundant. I'm surprised you like the alt mode because you hate the wheels. How one's bigger than the other.
I don't like the wheels that stick out.
Oh, that's what you were talking about?
The hot rod. Okay. Yeah, the oversized hot rod wheels.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. It just doesn't do anything for me. So, I
wouldn't expect it to.
Yeah. Then we got this guy, who I'm going to say the first thing I thought of was Master Chief. You don't know Master Chief?
Oh, wait, yes. From
Halo.
Yeah, Halo. With
the orange visor and the green. And I thought this actually didn't look bad, and then I looked at the legs.
Oh, wow. Stick my thumb in there, or finger in there.
Not even that. It's like, talk about, you know, he got some calves on him, that's for sure. But this isn't for me. It's for the people that get the game. It was kind of cool that they said the concept art had it in purple, but then if you look in the actual game, it's green. So they did the in-game model, which is great. I think that's a perfect thing to do. You know, they're going to come out with the purple one down the line. Now that he said that. But I'm not a big fan of this alt mode either. But it looks fine. It just looks fine.
The alt mode, and I'm not going to remember at all. The alt mode reminds me of one of the very last original Transformers I got, which was a red car, had like a top on it. It was like almost a Pretender.
It was an Action Master.
Action Master, yes. You know,
I can't think of the name, but I know what you're talking about. That's kind of like a bug look, right?
It looks like this to me. The figure on the inside was yellow, I believe. But that's what I thought about when I saw this. I mean, this is for troop building, so they said. I thought this would be the one that you would like, if any of them. Well, there's actually one more that I thought you would like, but this one I thought you would like.
Out of the Studio Series line, they're all misses for me. Spoiler, but no, I like the concept. I like the colors. I don't like the execution. So let's keep it moving with a Bumblebee movie. Skywarp needs way more black to be Skywarp. This might be movie accurate, not gonna lie, but all of that gray should have been black, and if it was, I might have picked it up because this is actually a fun mold. I have this as the green one, which I think was Thrust because of Armada, but I would have probably picked this up if the rest of it was black. because it's fun.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
I can see where it can definitely be more black. I think it just needs to be a darker jet all the way around.
The purple's great.
The purple's fine, or more purple maybe even. I don't know.
Yeah,
but I don't like the way it looks.
I think the jet is actually a cool Cybertronian thing. Honestly, it's not a Tetrajet, but as its own unique thing, I like it. So, but I'll be only getting the green one for now. So,
yeah, I'm good.
Next, we have Leader 86 Springer. What are your thoughts on this, Mr. G1?
Yeah, I'm picking it up. I need to pull out one of my War for Cybertron ones because I don't remember what it.
I have a picture coming up that we could put them side by side. So it's okay. We'll get there. But what do you think about this figure as it stands?
It looks fine. I think the helicopter mode is the weakest mode. In bot mode, it looks fine. The legs look fine. The arms. I mean, everything looks fine on it in bot mode. I like the head. The car mode is fine as well. I think the helicopter mode, like I said, is probably the weakest out of all three by far. But I like it. I like that it came with a lot of accessories. Don't necessarily... I would have liked some other things besides, let's say, the hammer, for instance. But since they mentioned they had some extra play in there, so they did it. I like that.
Yeah, I think this figure looks fine. There's nothing remarkable about it. Nothing that makes me go, oh, that's awesome. But I have to say, I hate the plastic they used for the hammer and the thighs and the hands. It looks like glow-in-the-dark plastic and looks really, really cheap. I thought that hammer was a prototype when they showed it.
I thought it was too.
I didn't think it was the actual final product. I thought they were going to paint it silver or something. I was like, ooh, that's bad. You should have done another accessory. But I did think it was really cool that he has that gun that flips out of his arm. That was cool. Yes. It's not a bad figure. It's just not remarkable. And all the stuff they added shows you it was a Voyager they just wanted to mark up. I also don't like the sword he comes with, even if it's screen accurate. Doesn't look like a Transformer sword. It looks like something you'd see out of Knights or something. I do not like it. But there was already one listed on eBay via, I think it's Transmimi on eBay. And you could see everything he comes with. I don't get half of the things, but I don't remember the movie very well. And again, it looks fine. Nothing groundbreaking. And here's the comparison pics. It looks like it has a bigger backpack than the original one. And like the wheels are disconnected on the new one, where they're on the arms instead of on the shoulder pads. And I think that was a mistake. I think they look better and it looks cleaner with them on the shoulder pads.
I actually like them higher, I think.
They're lower.
The shoulder pads, I mean, I like the shoulder pads high. And the
wheels, okay, I get what you're saying.
The wheels kind of where they're at. It's... I think I still like the new one better.
So from like the waist down, it's the same.
Yes.
And then it has a different chest piece.
The chest piece looks better on the new one.
See, I like the old one better.
It looks to me. It looks better. It
looks more animation accurate.
Yes, that's what
you're correct. You're correct to that. But I like the flat, more less weird angle type of thing. I like the old one better personally.
Yeah.
The head's better on the new one. I will give them that.
Yeah.
But I like the color. I mean, I know this is the exclusive, but I looked at pictures of the original one as well, and I think the original one just looked better. It did have that War for Cybertron splatter, but I thought that was fine. Yeah. So
no, I think I like this one better. Okay. So
to me, it's a side grade. Like I'm taking that term. It's a side grade. It is not a complete upgrade.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's keep it moving. And they also showed off Pulse exclusive comic Straxus. What are your thoughts on this? I know you're picking it up because you're getting all the comic figures. I
have absolutely no connection to the character. Have no idea what he's supposed to change into. So, you know, this retool of Galvatron, again, I wouldn't know any difference. I like the colors. The blue and the red really pop for this character. The head looks good. He looks pretty evil. I'm okay with this one.
Yeah, it's fine. I just don't like. He needed a new mold, in my opinion. I'm getting really, and I'm probably going to get hate for this, but I'm getting really tired of all these partials and stuff. Because if I already had Galvatron, this is going to transform the same way, and transformation is a big part of why we pick these things up. There's a few new pieces here and there, but nothing crazy. And that's why I'm not picking this up, just because one, I don't have the Galvatron mold. Two, I don't like this from Galvatron. The alt mode looks fine, the bot mode looks fine, but it doesn't strike me as anything crazy. I also don't like the cell shading on it. I
knew that was going to get you. It's not a lot though, which
it's not a lot,
at least from this angle.
The other ones,
at least from this angle. But I think also, and I completely agree with you. That was one of the things that I kind of, the first thing that started pushing me out on Hasbro was all these new figures, and they just repaint, you know. And it started back, you know, when I got back into collecting, like with Combiner Wars, like when they made Ironhide a truck, and then they repainted it as another truck, and then they, you know, I was like, come on, this isn't what he's supposed to be, or this isn't what we're, you know, you're just basically grabbing a mold that you didn't do 12 times. You've only done it 11, so we're going to do this one for the 12th time, and I don't like that. It's losing its creativity to me.
Yeah, and this is different. They put a lot of effort to make this look different. I will give it to them.
It does look different.
I just think Straxus needed a new mold. I hate the things hanging off of his arms. The legs are completely Galvatron, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And it just doesn't do it for me. And he's tiny.
What does Straxus turn into? What did Straxus turn into?
So originally he turned into something that looked like this, a flying gun tank thing, and then he has a whole bunch of different alt modes. I liked and I still have the deluxe that came out, which is probably the same size as this, because we know how Hasbro likes to shrink everything, and it just wasn't worth it for me. If this was a Voyager, I would probably pick it up. Leader class price point at what? It's like 6 inches tall. Not doing it for me.
Yeah. It looks good. I'm okay with.
And this is why you're picking it up.
Voila.
Yeah. So let us know if you plan on picking up Straxus below. And we did do a poll. I couldn't put all of them, but I put the ones that I think most people are interested in on the poll. And it looks like the most popular figure is going to be Springer, which doesn't surprise me.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it looks like people are getting sick of Bumblebee, and they can see the strangeness in Steeljaw.
You know, honestly, I am surprised Steeljaw did so well. and I'm not being funny because I'm picking it up, but out of all of these, yeah, I'm surprised. And I know some people are. I think I saw one comment that said I'm picking this up only because I have Blaster, so I understand that aspect. Same reason I'm picking it up is to complete the tapes. But I'm still surprised that out of all 4 of these, it got 13%. That's still pretty good.
I think people really like cassettes, so
yeah.
Well, let's move on to the Space Bridge. And they showed off the core class, which is Energon Galvatron and a new Rock Lord guy that actually has a pretty interesting color scheme. I like the black and the purple and the red. I think that this one might be cool. They'd said, oh, we're not going to say his name. So maybe it's a character that's established. I don't know.
Or her name.
Or her name. You are correct. You are correct. Maybe that's why they didn't do it. They want to surprise us with it's a female, even though it looks like the last one. And I think that one looks interesting. And a cool thing is they're using the box art, so we could actually see what the figures look like instead of it being like a still from 1986. The Energon Galvatron.
That's her favorite.
It looks fine.
You gonna pick that up to go with your Megatron that you got in the same scale?
Definitely not. Definitely not. I have one mold that's good enough. You need to pick this one up and the Megatron.
I'm okay.
Yeah. Any thoughts on these?
I agree with you that the Rock Lord figure looks. So honestly, both of these make me want to pick up both of them. These pictures.
Oh, the pictures.
Yes, I'm like, oh yes, give me that. When I actually see it, I'm gonna be like, yeah, don't give me that. Keep it on the shelf. Matter of fact, you have to pay me some money to get that. But the Rock Lord one, the colors break it up. It may actually be a better looking figure in color.
Exactly. So we'll see. We'll see. Next, we have the deluxes. So we've got Quake, and it looks like he comes with his Target Masters. We've got Slipstream, which I'm not even going to talk about that one. And we have a Retro Optimus Prime. Out of these three, I'm most interested in Quake because I have the one from Titan's Return that was, I think, a hard head repaint. Loved that figure. He's actually on, I have two of them. He's on my desk at work. I love it. So I am interested in Quake and probably will pick that up if it's a decent figure. Retro Optimus, I have no interest in, which shouldn't surprise anybody. And Slipstream, I knew it was going to look not like I wanted it to, and this makes me realize I'm going to be very disappointed. So at least my hopes are down if it looks semi-decent. But I don't think it is.
What is it that you don't like about the Slipstream?
That it looks like Windblade with different wings and a head.
Okay.
She deserves her own mold. She's never gotten her own mold. She deserves her own mold. And I'm hoping Bingo Toys steps up to the plate and does something.
Okay. Okay. Just
yeah. And it looks... I don't want to be... This art does not look good to me.
Ah.
The other two look great, but the art for Slipstream does not look good to my eyes. I don't know what about it. It just... I think it's the head. The head's way too big. And maybe that's what it looked like in Cyberverse. I don't know. But...
Make Toys is doing the head.
Got the Make Toys artist to do that. They must have. Anyways, I'm sure you're only going to get the Optimus out of these three.
Honestly, I want to see all three of them. And
a 30% discount.
And a 30% discount. There we go. Yes. Plus 5%. Yes. So if you know, full price, I'm probably going to be out. I thought about getting the Prime, but on my Prime shelf, it's all Masterpiece pretty much. Or I mean, I guess I have the Missing Link in there, but I don't know. I do want to see what the Prime looks like just for it being Prime, but it wouldn't be the first Prime that I've skipped on.
Yeah, I mean, I think you should get it just for your Prime shelf. You already have the Missing Link. You should put this there. It's cheap. If it looks good.
Yeah.
They can really mess it up.
Yeah.
If it looks good, I would recommend you getting it just because you do have a Prime shelf. If they come out with the Nemesis version, I'll probably be picking that up to go with my Nemesis shelf. So
yeah, I just want to see it.
Yeah.
I probably will get it, but I just want to see it.
Next, we've got Voyagers. We've got Metal Hawk and Animated Motormaster. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this Metal Hawk is going to be the toy deco, correct? Because the other one was the toon deco.
I think
if I'm not mistaken. So that's pretty cool. It'll probably be a better deco one we have, but I'm still not going to pick it up because I already have one. And Motormaster's Motormaster.
Are you picking it up?
No. I was planning to because I have the original one. And I was like, that's such a cool BotCon homage. But then I saw what the Prime looks like. And I'm still not a fan of that mold at all. So I will be skipping it completely. Unless I find it for, like, you know, half price. And I found a leader class figure at half price before. So I think it's going to be shelf warming. Both of these, honestly. The old Metal Hawk did.
I was going to say the same thing. The old Metal Hawk definitely did. And I got it on sale. That's why I picked it up. But I'm out on both of these. Yeah, that I don't like the look of that Motormaster at all.
Yeah, I mean, and if you have the original, like I do, there's no point in getting it. The original's so much better than what this looks like, in my opinion.
The original is better, but...
Yeah. This one has a handlebar mustache, which is really cool.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm so good.
Then let's talk about the leaders. We've got Soundwave and Armada Galvatron. So they showed off that Soundwave is just the same Walmart Soundwave that we already know. It's going to come with 3 tapes that they're not going to show off quite yet. And Armada Galvatron is Armada Galvatron. So are you going to be picking up the Soundwave?
I don't know. I mean, I don't have a reason to right now. They'll probably release tapes that didn't come with the original. So
I don't think so. I think it's just going to be Ravage, Laserbeak, and like Rumble or Frenzy.
I mean, if they do, that helps me out, I think, because I won't pick it up. If it comes out with, you know, Rat Bat and what is the little cart thing? I can't think of his name.
Auto Roller.
Yeah, you know, and maybe the little 4-legged reptile. I can't think of I can't remember any of the names. The spiny dinosaur, and
the Spinosaurus. Yeah, but then they'd have to do Overkill with them. Yeah,
Overkill. That's what I'm saying. If they do any of those, I think that would make me pick it up.
And maybe they will. I just have no faith in Hasbro. Maybe they'll have like a new Ravage. You know, because that old one was a little special. So maybe they'll have a new one. But I'm not picking this up. I already have all the tapes. I bought this out of Moment of Weakness because I actually found it in store. And he just sits up there and does nothing. So I'll be skipping out on this. I'll also be skipping on Armada Galvatron because when I've said that I was going to pick it up in the past, I forgot he doesn't come with a mini-con. I forgot that. So that's an instant pass.
Yeah, I mean, again,
unless we find it for $35 like we did, then I'll probably pick it up, but not at full price.
I mean, that's the only reason I have the Armada Megatron now is because it was.
I actually found that one for $35 too, and I skipped on it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's a possibility. Not at first release though.
Yeah, on sale. Then they showed off Beyblades. Completely skipped through this, I'm going to be honest with you. Not because I don't like them, but just because I don't know anything about them. But I do find it weird that it's Optimus and Megatron, and then Primal and Starscream. That's the second two are a weird combination. But I know nothing about these, so if you like the Beyblades, I'm sure this is really cool.
I never liked tops, so
yeah.
this
was a little bit past when I was collecting this stuff, so I know nothing about it. All right, well, let's move on to Mattel Creations Hot Wheels Transformers Optimus Prime. So this is a 1:64 scale transformable Optimus. As you can see, you need to take the fists off, so you probably store it in the chest. The pre-orders will begin at 5/21 at 9 a.m. via the Mattel Creations website. But what's kind of cool is the packaging allows you to display it in alt or bot mode, which I actually really like. That's a really cool thing. Now, Bobby, do you know the size of this and how much it costs?
I do. And it's, I think, 3.5 inches tall and
correct.
2.5 inches wide, I believe.
2.1 inches wide.
Okay, so 2 inches, and it's $80.
Correct.
I'm stunned.
But look how cool the packaging is.
Okay, I'm stunned. I saw this, and actually, shout out to my friend Mike, who sent me a little short video of this morning, and I believe I shared that with you as well.
You did.
And I was like, oh, that looks good. And then I saw it was in bot mode. I was like, oh, that looks good as well. The paint looks awesome. I love the colors on it. And I said, oh, this is bought instantly. And then I saw the size, and I was like, okay, it's fine. It's still will be bought. Then I saw the price, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. I don't think I can do it.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, honestly. I mean, maybe it's completely die-cast, but even then, that's a really steep price. At that point, let's pretend it was me, if I was interested in this, I would put that $80 towards a missing link.
That's what got me. I was just like,
it's
about
the same price. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's $100. I don't remember how much. I don't remember the one without the trailer was.
I think it's like $80.
I'd rather pick that up. I mean, this one's shinier and stuff, but like, if you have to pick between the two and they're the same price, I think the box looks better, but that's because I'm a Transformers fan, not a Hot Wheels fan.
I was thinking $30. I was like going out on a limb and saying, you know what, $30. You got me, $30. I'm gonna splurge and get this.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't think I can get it for $80. I don't think I can do it.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely not. So stay tuned for when this makes its way into Bobby's collection.
I knew you were going to say that.
Transformers 1 showed off the Titan Changers. Not much to see here, except Bumblebee's alt mode continues to devolve.
It actually looks like something.
It doesn't look horrible.
It doesn't. It looks like something from Batman Beyond or something like that, like the vehicles.
I was thinking Tron.
Or I mean Tron too, yes. But the first thing I thought about was like Batman Beyond. The Optimus looks. I like the chest on the Optimus on this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's not overdone or anything. The Megatron looks like a Megatron. The Starscream looks.
So
weird.
Megatron and Starscream are repaints of previous one-steps. They're not from the movie, even though they're labeled as from the movie. Which is why they look so much like G1 Starscream and G1 Megatron, even though they're labeled as this line.
But even at G1 Starscream, that Starscream looks terrible to me. Yeah, that would be the last one I would pick up if I was interested in these.
These are kids' toys. I think that a kid would love that Starscream.
Yeah, I like the others better.
All right, let's keep it going. We have Blocky's Legendary Edition Model Kit, which is Optimus Prime. It's 7 inches tall. It'll be available for pre-order May 31st. These proportions really don't speak to me, but I'm sure there's somebody out there that loves them.
I really like these.
There you go.
I'm not picking them up.
We'll pick it up for your Optimus shelf.
I did think about it, but I'm not. But this also then takes me back. This is 7 inches, and that Hot Wheels is half the size. It looks good. It actually looks pretty cool, and it looks like it would be fun to put together.
Yeah. So let's keep it going. And Funby Studios showed off the Centurion droids on their way to TFCon Toronto. What do you think of these things?
I need these in my life. And Collector's Craft, I know they've done them in MP scale, and I have them in my cart. I just haven't pulled the trigger to get them yet, and I really need like 3 of these.
Yeah. Well, you should do it. I know nothing about these other than they look like evil Buzz Lightyear. And that's kind of cool. So next we've got Funby Studios Autobot Spike. So we showed this off, and here's like a render in color of what it's going to look like, and it looks good, honestly.
It does. I've been following along with how they've been building each piece, and it's been kind of fun to watch, and it does look good.
DNA Design showed off for their Dinosaur Combiner upgrade set, the swords that are bonuses to China. I'm assuming this is for the Legends one. And these swords actually look cool in blue.
Core class.
Core class, correct.
Yeah, the ones you have.
Yeah, definitely. The ones I have and the ones you have multiples of. The blue looks good. These swords actually look good. If I wanted this set, I would probably be mad that the swords were limited to China, which I think I've said with every one of these limited to China sets.
Yeah. The best thing about this Legacy Dinosaur set are these swords that are limited to China.
Correct. They also showed off that their Optimus Primal upgrade set has a new, more Noob Saibot head to go on this Noob Saibot looking Optimus Primal.
I think it looks good.
Yeah, it looks good. I have nothing to say to it. I think the head looks a lot better than the mouth head, personally.
Yeah, they did a really good job, and it's cool that they're adding these things in as bonus. I really appreciate them for that.
Yeah. So this is all for you. We got Li Jiang's CA110 Zhifeng. This looks like something you would pick up just for fun because it's a unique alt mode that you don't have. Right?
You're absolutely correct.
Are you going to be picking it up?
No.
No.
I saw a video of this. Do you have the other couple of that?
There's other? No, this is the only one I could find.
Okay, yeah. There's a couple of other car. There's a black car. Like
yes, we talked about the black car on this before.
Yeah. So I saw a video on this, and the video didn't really do it any justice. It was like it wasn't a solid figure.
Yeah, this is the same one that did that Optimus Prime mole that you have. These are definitely, I think, kids figures for, you know, probably the Chinese audience because they come from China. So, but it looks good. I like the alt mode. I hate how he holds that rifle though.
Yeah, that was one of the things they talked about in the video.
Yeah, I wouldn't be picking it up though. I think it looks good though. I could see why somebody would.
Yeah,
especially the alt mode. That's very unique, and I love how the pickup truck like folds up. I think that's pretty cool.
Yep. I liked it, and I thought about picking it up, and then I watched the video. I was like, oh, let me see. No, not gonna happen.
So only available on Uncle Billy's Toy Shop are the limited versions of Monitor and Soundmaster without the battle damage.
I'm not picking these up, but this would have been the set I would have picked up.
Yeah, and they're very limited, so that sucks because I'm sure a lot of people would rather have this than the other ones.
Yeah, this is the 2-pack that we should always get
first. Well, I think these figures were released already separately.
Right, but I'm saying
now the 2-pack.
These, you know, these are what we should see in 2-packs. Like this, you know, we.
Oh, that makes sense. Not. Okay, I thought you were talking about the damaged version shouldn't have came in.
No,
you're saying the two figures that make sense together.
Yes.
Not Bumblebee and Cyclonus.
Yeah, or Cosmos and Ramjet or something like that. You know.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and then they should do another set with the tapes. You know, Soundwaves tapes and.
Well, they already these. I don't know if this one does, but they come with
those little ones. They didn't transform or nothing like that. The little accessories, but I mean that would have been how I would have, you know, something like that.
Yeah. Next, we've got Dr. Wu's Extreme Warfare Leap, which is actually a good name for a cliff jumper. And I think this looks good.
The size is why I say it looks good.
Yes, of course.
I would love to see how it transforms.
I would too. It looks like they're Bumblebee just with a new chest area and make the car look a little different, which is fine. You know, that's fine. I think it will look better in person versus these digitized images. So I'm excited to see when those come out. And you know, he'll probably be bundled with Six Shot or somebody. So we'll see. All right, moving on, we've got Pengu Toys Optimus Prime, the toy colored version. So instead of having white in the crotch area, it's all silver and stuff. The release is supposed to be in late June, so you know, tentatively. And I think this is another one you'll be picking up.
I'm actually passing on it.
Really? Okay, well, we'll wait till June happens and it's a slow month and you pick 2 of these up.
Well, I already have, I mean, it's big, you know, so.
Yeah, you have 2 big ones.
Yeah, and it's not much, I mean, yeah, me saying this, there's not much difference. The price is cheaper than the original. And granted, the original had some arm issues. Yeah, mine didn't, thankfully. But it's big, and it took up a lot of space in my Prime case, so I don't know about putting 2 of them in there.
Now, if they come out with a Nemesis version, would you pick that up? Or Magnus, or whatever color they come out with?
Yes.
It's not this one, because it's too similar.
It's too similar.
Gotcha. Well, I still think you're going to be picking it up. Sorry.
I thought about it, though. I can't lie.
I honestly think when it comes to slow month, even if you don't buy it, in June, when it's a slow month, you'll be pulling this out during your haul.
I did think about it, but I'm not going to do it.
Okay. Well, next we got Metal Club's MC04 Muscle Bear, and this is via a Weibo user. So this is a KO of the... I forgot the name. No,
No,
this is the original one that doesn't transform.
Oh,
which I don't I mean, I would rather just get Atlas at this point that actually transforms if I was going to pick up a KO of, I can't remember the company. Flame Toys? Maybe that was it? Yeah, either which way, I would just pick up the transforming one instead of this.
Yeah. I thought the transforming one was cool. I did pick that up. And this looks good as well. I'm not going to grab it, but it looks good as well.
Yeah, it's the same people that did the KO Tarn.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move into something that's interesting, and that's Bingo Toys BT07 Jezzy.
Ooh. Jazz. I know somebody's going to talk about this. I'm very curious. I like it. And I'm hesitant as I'm saying that. It's so stylized and it's so not Jazz besides the head.
We need to see it in color.
And I need to see it in color.
That's going to really make it look like Jazz, I think. When you see this thing in color. I really like this. I think this looks great. Bingo Toys has a good track record of making good figures. I am just very confused at what they want to make. You got the missing Link Grimlock, and now this, and then you have the girls, and then they do movie figures as well. It's very confusing on what they're trying to make. But I like this. If this is at a decent price and a scale, we don't know what size it is. I'm assuming MP scale, but you never know. I might pick this up. Definitely as Ricochet. Definitely. This would be bought as Ricochet, no, without a question. But well, yeah, I think it looks fine.
I'm looking at the hands, and that's what makes me think it's MP size.
But at the same time,
those look like...
Yeah, they look like ball joints in the fingers. But it could be chug size, too.
I mean, I guess you're right.
We've seen it before, so...
I haven't seen... What chugs have...
There was one.
I guess
maybe it wasn't. It was an Optimus, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. But...
Anyways.
Yeah, I think it just doesn't look like a Porsche. If they would have said this is like Sideswipe or Sunstreaker or something like that with the alt mode, I would have been like, oh, okay. This is Jazz. The alt mode doesn't say Jazz to me, but I like it. It actually, or if they would have said, and I'm still wishing for this, if this was, is it Lightspeed from the Technobots?
Yes. I
would have been like, oh yeah, because it looks like a futuristic car.
Or Cybertronian, whichever way you want to go. I completely agree with you there. I just don't associate Jazz with Porsches because I don't care about cars like you do. He's just a white sports car in my mind. Just because I don't have that. I didn't know it was a Porsche until a long way afterwards because I don't know cars. So that doesn't bother me. What does bother me, though, is the front is flat. It looks more like a Charger or something.
Yeah,
I need to see it in color.
I need to see it in color. This is like some futuristic or like Mad Max or whatever type of car, But I have a pre-order in for it. That's what I can say.
Of course you do. So he's picking it up.
Oh yeah.
Even if the colors are wonky, I hope they do Ricochet repaint, but they're not good on their repaints. So we'll see. I don't think they've done one repaint. So let's go into some updates. First thing, more images of Ape Link. Looks fine. Anything you need to say about this? We talked about this every time. This is YOLO Parks. And these are via That Toy Guy 101 on X, formerly known as Twitter.
I just saw the car right behind.
Of course you're going to print that out.
So, yeah, it's the first thing I noticed. Yeah, it looks fine. It is what it is.
Next, we've got more images of Studio Series Swoop. And this is via 5 on Weibo, or it's Fox Racing 5 on Twitter. And it still looks good. Nothing groundbreaking, but it looks good.
From these, well, from the picture on the left, the chest doesn't look overwhelmingly huge. It looks like it's in proportion. And I need some of those stands. that it's on. I've been looking at those for a little while.
I think you could find him, so you should go pick him up. And here he is in his pelican mode, even though the beak looks better in this angle. But one thing that got me is the tips, I think, are rubber. I think that's what that picture is trying to show us. Which is crazy, because they're not even sharp.
It's not like they
launch. They don't fire, so what's the point?
Yeah, it's not like they launch or anything like that. Initially, when I saw it, I thought it would, like, because I saw the peg in his mouth, and I was just like, is it, you know, are they going to make some blast effects or something like that pegs into his mouth? So I was thinking it was something like that initially, but yeah, I don't understand why we see rubber tips on that.
It's probably because it's cheaper.
Well,
that's probably why.
Stop making sense.
Next, we've got Collection Space CS02 Little Red. I still don't know why they didn't go with a blue one and do Glyph, because that's actually a female repaint of Bumblebee. But yeah, this looks okay. I wish they changed the car mode, since it is just a shell. Honestly, if they changed the car mode to be a more of a sports car like Cliff Jumper, I might have been picking this up, because Cliff Jumper is, in my opinion, better than Bumblebee. I just don't like the face color as well. It's too human.
Well, I do have the Bumblebee version of this, and the alt mode, transforming it into alt mode, was a little bit of a task, getting everything smoothed out and things. You're
gonna pick it up.
I'm picking it up because my better half actually says she likes it.
Oh, no. Good for her. So these are all the new parts. Everything that has a number, which I didn't even recognize because they look the same. But I do like it. I think it looks good. I just wish the alt mode was more updated. That's it, you know. And maybe they'll come out with the blue one down the line, which is the one I would pick up.
Yeah, yeah. I really like how you can take the shell off and it looks like an action figure. I don't like the front wheels. That was...
Yeah, they still don't look good on that alt mode. Yeah, they needed some sort of molding or something to look like the back wheels.
Well, they were just so thin too. So.
Oh, they were. Oh. Next, we've got New Age Toys XM2 Duels Minion, and this is via Weibo user. So if you remember, in the third movie, he had a little guy that was... Megatron had a little guy that was fixing him up, I believe. So this is that little guy. I thought it was a Sharkticon at first.
That would be the worst Sharkticon ever. So yeah, I saw this as well. I wonder if they're putting him in with that Megatron. I'm assuming
that I just assumed that's what, because it's called Duels Minion, so I assumed it was just thrown in with that Megatron.
Yeah, I don't remember it from the movie.
I remember him spitting up green goo, and I thought that was the weirdest thing for a Transformer to do.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Next, they showed off Craftsman Toys Tactic Lord. That looks so weird as one word. The combiner. And I'll go first because you really like this. I think it all looks good except for the chest. It's not it doesn't strike me as Computron for the chest, but I'm sure in color it will. But this initial image, it does not strike me as looking like Computron.
I'm actually looking on the shelf here because I have the G1 in box, and yeah, the chest doesn't look like it at all.
Yeah, okay, so it's not just me. Okay, no, I'm glad.
It's not just you.
Yeah, I'm sure in color it'll look a lot better.
It probably will, but I'm just excited to be getting it. Even if it is, I mean, there's so many things that are, you know, different from what I would expect, but it's a Legends instead of MP, but it's probably the closest that we've seen to a G1 Computron ever. Yeah,
pretty much. So I'm sure you'll be happy. Anything else to say about this?
No, I already got the first leg pre-ordered.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Next, we got KFC Toys P14, I guess this is called. I never thought I would say this, but Takara's looks so much better.
Oh.
It looks. This is the body of Primal in the worst way possible. Primal makes sense, but like he's like, you know, ooga booga type of thing. This looks really bad, in my opinion.
When I first saw this, I don't know why. I just thought about the tick.
Okay, I can see that too. Yeah, okay.
That's all I saw was the tick, and
I think it's honestly the angle because you could see the backpack, and it makes them look wider. I think maybe if they did a front shot, it'll look different.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't love it, so I have to.
This is why they came out with the body first. So you were already halfway in. You might as well pick this up because this did not turn out well. You
have to. I have to see this in person. I didn't like how the trailer was so flimsy. Again, I was messing with it at TFCon trying to pose it, and I didn't really enjoy that. So that looks good there.
It doesn't look bad. Yeah, I mean, I think they did a better job with the backpack and stuff, but I still think I like the way the Takara one looks better. Now, again, different scales. We don't really know the size of the Takara one, but we can estimate with they showed the original one. It's about 12 inches tall. I think this is 15, 16 inches tall, which is probably the size it should have been. But this doesn't look bad.
Yeah, this is one. Normally, I would pick up both, but I just didn't like the price of this.
Yeah, the price was too much, and that Genrai does not look good. I swear they showed it off before, and it looked fine. It looked good even, and maybe it's the angle. I don't know.
Yeah.
Another, what's it called? Another photographer that needs a stern talking to.
Yeah, and there's just not enough color, like
especially in this mode.
Yeah, there's not enough color details in this, so it would definitely need some stickers or something like that to liven it up a little bit.
Next, we have...
Oh.
You forget what this is?
Yeah.
Big Firebird's Bug Girl, I think it's called. Insect Mecha Girl. There you go. Okay, I was close. This is too much. I'm sorry. This is too much, but we'll talk about the figure. The alt mode is amazing. I really like that robotic bug mode. I like the bot mode from the clavicles up and the waist down. But that midsection is just too much. I'm sorry. That's just
too much fun going on there, huh?
It doesn't look like a transformer. It doesn't look like a robot.
It's going to transform something. That's
why you're buying it?
No, I'm not. It's a lot going on.
Yeah, it's too much for me. Now, if they did re-release this and have that white color, maybe black with like different color armor, different story. It would fade more in the background. But they made it like a pinpoint to where that's where your eyes go. But they did show off some other pictures, so why don't we look at some of the features? First thing is she actually has sandals, which I know you're gonna love.
Right.
She literally has flip-flops on.
Right.
But then I know they're not flip-flops, they're like the Japanese, you know, but I don't like that at all, personally. And then she has the blades, which look great, the spear that looks good, and the gun that looks good. All those look cool.
Yeah, I think this is going to be like a $36, $38 figure.
And then, again, just more pictures showing it off. And they have like a 3mm connector so you can put the weapons wherever you want. Great, you know, accessories and all that stuff. The figure's just not for me. Again, unless they repaint it like an Insecticon colors, where all the naughty bits could be black and fade into the background more, because that's just too much. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't call them naughty, but they are definitely. I don't understand. I do understand. What purpose did it solve to release the character looking like this?
I think you know exactly what purpose it serves. But let's keep it going, and let's talk about some incoming toys. Let's go through these kind of fast. Jetfire. This image of Jetfire makes me realize why I didn't pick it up.
This is what I don't like about Jetfire.
I mean, I'm still gonna get it if they repaint it, but this particular image, he looks very round. But the packaging is immaculate. It's so nostalgic for me, and that alt mode again is really good.
The alt mode looks great.
I think that's how you're probably going to display it.
That's exactly how I'm going to display it.
Next, we've got ModFans Bless alternates. So I have 3 of them. This is the only one that says coming soon. So the other ones we're still going to look at. I didn't want to separate them out too much. I don't know who these are going to be referencing, honestly, but this looks good for what it is.
That's the Cerebros we got in the tune. So
okay, see, thank you. You're going to have to tell everybody who these are because I don't know. It looks good.
Yeah.
The black. Yeah. Now, is this the one that goes on the Fort Max?
That
Hasbro's
return.
Yes. Okay. So it's a pretty decent size.
Yeah.
Next, they showed off this one.
And that's the I think that's the Japanese one, if I'm not mistaken.
Cerebros. Okay.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken.
Which again looks great. I think it's very similar to the last one. I'd only pick one. I wouldn't pick both of them. Knowing Bobby, he's gonna buy both of them. But this looks good too.
It does.
And this is the one I think I know. This is Grand Maximus from RID. In my opinion, this one looks the best. That silver face really makes that head mode look amazing and pop. And the red helps break it up a little bit. But again, it's not G1, so I can see why people wouldn't want it.
I don't like the red on this one. The red looks cheap. No, I like.
Oh, the plastic color. I would agree. The plastic does look because everything else is so shiny and it's not. So I see what you're saying there. I just like how it breaks it up, especially on the gun. The gun's a different red than the rest of it, so I don't know what's going on there.
It is. My the first one, the tune one, is the one I like, and actually the second one might be the toy one. I didn't mean to say Japanese. The toy one, I think.
Which I think the toy one is the Japanese one as well. Maybe I'm wrong. Let us know in the comments below what you think these 3 are.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna get 2 of them. Maybe
2 turns to 3 turns to 4. Next we've got Blockies. They call this the Classic Class Transformers Nemesis Prime. And it looks fine. I don't know why it's called Classic Class when it's the movie version, but whatever.
Yeah, it looks fine. I like that Prime one better.
Yeah, I agree. And then the Galaxy Series 3. These are via Shentu Toy Box. All of these are coming out, and you could get all 9 figures for about $65.
They're cute.
That's perfect for a kid, if you ask me.
They're cute. They're very
9 figures for $65. Maybe they're too young to play with, the newer Transformers. This would be perfect.
They're very cute. Maybe my kid will get these.
Yeah, and you can swap them around, and there's no Megatron though. She might be disappointed.
That is true.
Yeah,
she does like Bumblebee though.
Okay, well there you go. Let's talk about what was recently released. First thing, so I don't remember the commenter name, excuse me, but they called this Bumblebee, and I'm like, that makes sense, but I like PB.
PB.
Mm-hmm. But this is how you do a clear figure, honestly. All the colors clear, it's still painted. It's not like that one Magnus we looked at that was completely clear.
I don't like the gray pieces in pop mode. It looks cheap. The clear looks fine. I just don't like the gray doesn't look good.
But I think that's okay because all the gray's that color. It's not like the Starscream where randomly the gloves, for lack of a better term, were not clear, but the feet were clear. But they're supposed to be the same blue.
Yeah,
this is like I could give it a pass.
The alt mode looks great.
Yeah,
the alt mode looks very good. I really like the alt mode. And I'm not even a fan of the Camaro, but
so you picking this up then?
No, hell no.
Next, we've got Ocular Max PS23 Ingus via Lazy Azza on Twitter. And this is coming out soon. And I think that's Fans Toys.
I think so. Yeah, it is.
Well, this is a big boy.
That is a very. I saw a video of this, and it weighs a lot. It's a heavy bot too, so the combined mode is going to definitely be interesting how it holds up, because he is a very big bot.
Well, and he's like, he's the torso and the legs. He's not just the torso, so that's a lot of stuff going on, and he needs to be weighted properly to where the feet are probably heavy enough so he doesn't fall over. So there's a lot going on here. Yeah,
he's going to need those
saddlebags. Next, we've got Jada Toys 1/24 scale Ghostbusters Optimus Prime, again via Shentu Toy Box. It looks good.
Ironically, I have the Prime.
Well, you have the transforming one.
No, I have the Jada Toy ones, because I picked it up to get it signed when we were at TFCon, and I forgot to bring it. I picked it up here and forgot to bring it with me to LA.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I like the white wall wheels.
I think it looks good. It's just not something for my collection.
I don't love Ghostbusters like that to get a non-transforming.
Yeah, the transforming one's a different story.
Yeah.
But this one, I don't like it enough. I do like the splatter of slime, though.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that is everything we have for you today. This was a very long episode, so if you got this far, thank you so much for watching. And Bobby's going to go ahead and tell you what you should do. If you haven't already done it.
Yeah, go ahead and click that notification bell so you can be aware of when we post new content like this. I know there's been a lot going on. We did the Gangrene and Sky Guy randomly. But go ahead and click that subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed. Never too late to become a member as well. It really does help the channel. And we are on a mission to hit 1750. So if you could help us get there, that is our goal, to hit 1750 prior to TFCon Toronto. So if you could help us out, we really appreciate it. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, but really does help out the channel. So with that, I think I'm done, James.
You are, and we will see you guys in the next one.
As always, to all debates are won. See you next time.